Beth Hadley here for BoardGameGeek at Origins 2019. I'm sitting down with Daniel Rocky from the Grand Gamers Guild. Got to say that a little carefully because there's lots of G's in there. You guys have had a couple successful games the last few years, and the big one for this year is the Artemis Project.
Yes, this is Artemis Project. I'm co-designer here with Daryl Chow. This is a game of space exploration. We are corporations setting up colonies on the surface of the moon Europa. We're going to set up our bases, excavate down through the icy crust, get the energy and the minerals from down below, bring it back up, build buildings, bring in colonists, put them to work in the buildings, send them on expeditions, and at the end of 6 years on the moon, 6 turns, we'll find out who has set up the best colony on Europa.
I remember seeing pictures of this. I hope this shows up on camera. Like what a really dynamic board this is, with sort of this slightly diagonal stripe in here of above versus below.
And the icy surface and the water. Yeah. What's also great about this board is that it's a dice placement game, and players are going to roll their dice and put them to the various areas on the board. And that's what everyone's placed all their dice. You go around and resolve it in order 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. I'm going to quickly explain each area because they all resolve a little bit differently. The first area over here we're going to resolve is the expeditions. And what you're going to do, first thing you see, there's a number there, it's a threshold. So as you send your workers, your force over there, you have to at least meet or exceed that threshold, either by yourself or with somebody else. For that to be successful. And it's successful, whoever has the highest amount is going to get first pick of the rewards, second place is going to get second. Players are also going to get an expedition token if that's successful, and those are good for points at the end of the game. The next area over here, the vents and the quarry, where we get the energy and the minerals. Basically how it works is, on the card, so you see on the expeditions, there's a number that shows us how many minerals we're going to put in for each round, right? So there'll be a certain amount supply of minerals every round. And how this works is, if the die value I place there is basically how many minerals I want to take away when we go to resolve this at the end of the round. What happens though is, if we have a higher value die, it comes in up there. A lower value die comes in here and slides it along.
And they get first pick, I'm
At
guessing.
the end of the round, we go left to right. So in this case, purple would get 1, green would get 2, and orange would only get 4.
In that case, whatever remains.
If you ever get completely squeezed out, you go up to the relief track and you advance, and orange up here would go up here. They would get 2 tools. Tools are pretty useful because they adjust a die up 1 or down 1. You can use many tools, so you could do something where you
get completely shut out.
Yes.
You do get something.
You have some control, As you go up the track, though, it gets better and better. You get more colonists, you get victory points, so you don't want to shut somebody out too often.
Interesting catch-up mechanic. That the more you get shut out, the better the juicy giveaway is.
For the minerals here, it resolves the same way, lowest to highest. The value is what you get in minerals. You're going to use the minerals to build buildings, and the buildings are basically how that works is you would place whatever value goes on there. You're going to spend 4 of your minerals to build that building, and you're going to add it to your colony over here. You'll see there are different squares on there. These are for our colonists. What's really great about these guys is we have 4 different types. There are pioneers, your basic type. We've got engineers, who are scientists. The red are the military security, and the purple are the administrators and stewards. And some of them go in certain places. So in this building here, for example, you see
one's a brown and a blue, I'm guessing.
You could put anybody in this building, but this building has a requirement. You need a pioneer and you need an engineer, and at the end of the round, if that building is fully manned, it's going to generate energy and minerals for you. So every round it will do that.
1 mineral.
So in rounds 4, 5, and 6, though, you get different buildings. And these ones, again, they have requirements, but they're worth victory points only at the end of the game. So you're trying to build up your engine through the first round buildings to bring up the later buildings where you can get the victory points. The other areas up here is the doorstep, where you bring in your new colonists, and we bring them. This is pretty cool. So the colonists, how many do we get each round? Just take them out of the shake ship. We don't need ship. And they go in there, and you would hire them from there. And it goes sort of like the energy and the minerals. You go lowest to highest, but 1 or 2 can hire 1 of your choice, anybody there. 3 or 4, you get up to 2. 5 or 6, you can take up to 3, but they're all going to cost you 2 energy. to bring them in and put them in
And
your
of course,
colony.
people might, if they're going before you, might select the color that you were
Exactly.
hoping for.
So that's why if you want a low die, if you want first pick, place your 1 and slide it in, you'll get first pick. So low dice are good, high dice are good. In the situation, it all depends. When you get them, you bring them back. And so you use your energy to bring in your colonists, use your minerals to buy buildings, to put the colonists in, to generate resources. And it's okay if you don't have the minerals to build the building. We resolve in an order it comes around. You might have a chance to get them from an expedition or from the quarry before you go to build that.
Right, because that order, that resolution order is fixed, so
Yes.
you would know your chances
You
of
would
perhaps
know that's going to come up.
Yeah.
The last place here is the training grounds, and the way that works is if you desperately need that purple guy who's not there, you can take a guy from your colony, send him out with the appropriate number die, and you can bring back. So there's a supply here at the beginning of the game, and you can pull from
I like
there.
the idea of sending an explorer out into the wilds of Europa, and he comes back an administrator.
That's right. Yes, here you go. It comes with a
In a
clipboard.
suit.
Yeah, suit and clipboard.
With clipboard, yeah.
I didn't have my briefcase.
I have learned things on the ice.
Yeah, so we go around those areas. There's also a way to here immediately get tools. So if you're stuck and you desperately need something, you place a die there, and you would immediately get the tool. So it doesn't resolve at the end of the round like everything
And
else.
are we playing to a fixed amount of rounds?
We play 6 rounds. To make it interesting, there's an event deck. So every round there's one event. Some of them are good, most of them are bad. This one here, for example. So at the end, when we come around to resolving, each player in turn may pay 2 energy to gain 1 VP, up to 3 times per player. We're charging the threshold.
So that's
there.
a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
Well, why don't you give us an example of a bad one?
Bad ones, here we go. Here we go.
Volcanic.
The volcanic sea quake. I
quake.
love the art on this, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, those are
They did
stunning.
a fantastic job. Each player must lose 2 minerals for every building they own, which is not fully staffed.
Ooh.
So if it's not fully staffed, you're going to lose resources.
Because the buildings are sitting there
It's
by themselves.
Unstable, yes. Yeah. So one of those comes up every round, and at the end of 6 rounds, you'll know it's the end of the game.
And how long do you think a full game is going to take us?
Full game. I've run 12 demos, full games this weekend. So with 4 or 5 players, to teach the rules and play out a full game with 5 players, it's about an hour and a half. I think once people know it, I had 3 players this morning. They were good. They whipped through it in an hour. So
There you go.
yeah.
A lot of game for not a lot of time.
Yes. Yeah.
If you guys want to check that out, this is the Artemis Project, which is being published by Grand Gamers Guild. It's got to go
Excellent.
that's a little
Good
bit slower. Daniel, thank you also for being the co-designer on this, but also for letting us take a look.
Thank you very much.